Welcome back. You're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. We appreciate you listening. We're kind of celebrating Veterans Day here at Houston Real Estate Radio since we're only on the air on Sundays and Friday was Veterans Day. So we appreciate you tuning in today and wanted to give you some information that if you are a veteran or you know a veteran that you could share with them. Sometimes we talked with veteran organizations. Later in the show, we're going to have a veteran organization on the show to talk about what they do for veterans. In this segment, we are talking with USAA. Greg Jaegar is on the line. He's the president of USAA Residential Real Estate Services and oversees the Real Estate Networks division. And so we're going to talk with him a little bit about what USAA does to help service members. I know a lot of service members are part of the USAA family. It's very large across the nation and across the world. So welcome to the show, Greg.
Thank you very much, Shannon. Glad to be here.
So you work with the member relocation program for USAA and have had different leadership roles throughout. What is your what is your overview of USAA and how they treat service members and what you guys do?
Truthfully, my overview is I think that USAA treats service members and their families like nobody else.
Yeah.
It's really what has been a hallmark of USAA since really USAA was founded in 1922.
I think you guys just understand the service member much better than anyone else. There are certainly a lot of local businesses close to Air Force bases, military posts, that understand the needs because they're local, they're with them. But I think globally, across the country, you guys are very uniform in how you treat members, all the service members. And I think that's a huge help for our service members.
It really is. We have a culture inside of USAA that is all about that, that culture of service. Mm-hmm. But we also try to stay steeped in the military experience itself with, the bringing in of employees who have served or who are spouses of folks that have served, mm-hmm. so that we try and keep that tradition and understanding very rich.
Do you guys... Who all do y'all serve? I mean, I know you serve certainly active military members and also retirees. Who else do you serve? Who else do you have in your membership?
That's a great question. A lot of people think that, that USAA only serves those who are active, but you mentioned retirees. We actually serve kind of the full spectrum from those that serve and those that make a career and serve all the way to retirement, but even those that serve and do a tour or a couple tours and separate. We serve anyone who is in the military or who has separated from the military, whether that's retirement or not, and their families.
Yeah, I think you guys have been around. I mean, you've been around so long that a lot of your members, I would think, are children of service members.
Children, grandchildren. As long as there's no break in the membership,
right.
That downstream opportunity for membership continues.
Okay. All right. So you guys, what all do y'all offer your members? I know you have banking, insurance. Give me kind of an overview of what all you guys offer to members.
You bet. I referenced that USA started in 1922, and really that was Army officers who decided to insure each other's vehicles. And over time, from that beginning, USAA has grown into what you would really expect from a sort of a full-service financial services provider. So banking, investments, all of the insurances, whether, auto, home, life, health, really it runs the full gamut of services. And then, kind of this unique thing that I'm the president of, which is really a real estate brokerage, which I don't know necessarily that people would expect that USAA would offer.
Now, are you guys a real estate brokerage, or do you refer out to brokerages across the country?
Actually, both.
Okay.
So I am the president of a real estate brokerage that is a component within the USAA family of companies. Mm-hmm. But when members identify to us that they're relocating, whether that's across town or across country, could be involved with their PCS, their permanent change of station, for example. There are lots of reasons why members reach out to us to alert us of those upcoming moves.
Right.
And when they do that, we offer this real estate rewards network service to them. So when we make a referral, a difference between our program and others is we stay with that referral. We provide a concierge that's assigned to the member, and then we also manage the quality of the service experience that they get from the agents that are in the network. And we work with a provider who helps us manage this network, and it's actually 16,000 agents that I have nationwide.
So now you also have a mortgage department, right?
You bet. Yes, we do. That's a component of our of the
real
USAA
estate
Bank.
Okay, of the bank. Okay. So you're also when you're kind of alerted that people are moving, you kind of refer them to the real estate side and then also to the mortgage side. Is that right?
Yeah. What we do, in all instances when members engage us, we try to alert them to products and services that USAA offers that are appropriate. So, for example, if they said they were going to move, we would certainly talk to them about mortgage. We would talk to them about the real estate rewards network that I run. We'd talk to them about homeowners insurance. But a key point to that is that the member can use any of those things independently. If they use my real estate brokerage, they're not required to get a mortgage with USAA and vice versa.
Right. Let's talk about the Service Members Civil Relief Act. Tell me about that.
So, Service Members Civil Relief Act, and it had a prior name that I'm drawing a blank on, is a federal regulation that provides unique protections for service members who are deployed. And what that does is provide benefits to them that protects them while they're deployed. So let's pretend, Shannon, that you were a reservist and you moved from your high-paying, job with the station to your reserve role where you got activated and deployed.
Right.
If you were making less money when you're deployed, it wouldn't feel quite right if all of a sudden you couldn't make your car payments or your house payments because now you're off serving your country and you're actually earning less because you've moved to active duty. So SCRA provides some protections in terms of interest rate relief and so forth, and a whole landscape of things that it covers that I won't get into, but unique protections for that service member when they're deployed.
Now, is that nationwide? Is that through every company, through every lender, or is that just through USAA?
So all lenders, are required to abide by SCRA, Service Members Civil Relief Act. Okay. USAA, in certain instances with some of our credit products, goes above and beyond the requirements of what SCRA requires. Okay. As an example, I think that SCRA requires you to reduce people's interest rates while they're deployed to 6%.
Okay.
And I'm not an expert with it, but that's pretty close.
Okay.
And so USAA will take steps to go better than that, with credit card or with auto loans, is my understanding.
Okay. All right. And you guys, credit cards is something else I don't think we talked about that you guys offer as well.
Yes. When I said that, kind of made that blanket statement that we have a bank at USAA, the bank provides all of what you would expect in terms of full range of banking services, all the deposit products, the checking accounts, and then all the loans that you'd expect a lender to offer to consumers.
One of the things that I love about USAA is that you have the kiddie savings accounts. I love those.
Right.
I think those are great. I know some banks offer those as well, but they usually want the parents to bank there as well to do it. So I like that you guys do that. So the real estate referral program, are you the service members getting money back on that because you're sort of working with the real estate companies on commission, right?
Correct. What happens is in real estate parlance, when it's customary that when one real estate agent makes a referral to another, if the person that received the transaction closes a transaction, they actually will pay a predetermined fee, a part of the commission. It doesn't increase the commission that would otherwise have been earned by that agent that received the business, but they will pay a referral fee back to the person that referred it to them as a thank you.
Right.
And so if you think of it in that context, I'm probably the biggest referral broker that exists in the country. And so, we earn a lot of referral fees from that, which after paying expenses, I share significant amounts of those back to the members. And to make it real,
right.
in 2015, I think it was about $53.5 million that we gave back to members through that program. And we're on track in 2016 to give back about $56 million to members.
Now, you guys do not have a title company, right? Y'all don't do title insurance, right?
We do have a title company as well. It's small, and most of the work that goes through there is mortgages that are in the refinance space. Okay. Very little of our purchase business goes through that.
Okay, so you're doing refinances as well. And on the mortgage side, does the referral program for mortgage brokers work similarly through a referral program?
So we don't really have referrals like that. So, for example, if somebody used our real estate rewards network, so my real estate brokerage, and an agent who was working in my program, encouraged the member, let's say, to consider USAA for their mortgage. There is no money that changes hands like that, like is customary in the real estate agent space.
Okay. And your mortgages, are they coming through the USAA banks, or you're sending those to mortgage brokers?
Yes, they absolutely. Members come through USAA Bank. We originate, process, and close those loans ourselves. And after the closing, we also retain the servicing of the loan. So we always service the loan thereafter.
Okay. Very good. Well, lots of great information. I know you guys help a lot of service members. How many members does USAA currently have?
My last understanding, and it's pretty accurate, is that by the end of 2016, we'll be right at about 12 million members. 12
million members. That is a lot of members across the United States.
It's amazing.
And you guys have banking facilities all over the world, right?
We actually don't. We have a number of branch locations that are out, across the country. But really, our roots from the beginning, if you go back to 1922, we were a through the mail type company. Then obviously evolved more into over the phone and through the mail, which really set us up well to be an internet company when that came of age.
Right.
And so we have the predominance of our members who tend to really enjoy interacting with us either through the internet or through our mobile banking tools.
And because you guys are member owned, you're structured a little bit different, right?
Correct. One of the key differences with that is the dividends that are paid back to members as a result of their ownership interest or stake in the company, because it is actually member owned.
So some people get a check every year from y'all.
You bet.
All right, Greg, we appreciate you coming on. Some great information today about what you guys offer for veterans. We're celebrating veterans here on Houston Real Estate Radio this week. And, there's just so many great services and products out there for veterans. We want to make sure they know about them. Here in Texas, we have a very unique program called the Texas Veterans the Texas Veterans Land Board. Have you heard of that?
I'm very familiar.
Yeah. So does that work alongside a mortgage that you would get through USAA? I assume y'all work with that program, right?
Actually, at the present time, we don't, but I'll clarify the reason. We actually work through the Texas Vet Land Board. You're probably aware of the Texas Vet loans that are offered,
right.
Mortgage loans.
Right.
And USAA used to offer those. In fact, we were the largest, which would be kind of logical, originator of those mortgage loans when we were doing them. We went through a system conversion in the recent past, and when we did that, we skinnied down the products that we offered to make it easier to do the conversion onto the new system, with the intent that once we were on that stable and delivering comfortably, we would begin one by one to bring those products back to life.
Okay.
And so now we're in that bring those products back to life phase.
Okay.
So anticipate one day that we'll be back there, but today we're not.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, we look forward to you getting back there because I know that's a great product for a lot of our local Texas veterans. But I know you guys service across the country and do a lot of great things for service members and retired service members. So we appreciate what you guys are doing. Thank you so much for calling in. And if you'll stay on the line, I'll be right back with you. Okay.
You bet. Thanks, Shannon.
All right. Thanks for listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. If you missed any of today's show, you can catch us online at HoustonRealEstateRadio.com.
RREA Media has an exciting new product available to companies and organizations who are teaching classes and want to offer those classes online. Introducing Easy Distance Learning. Easy Distance Learning is a video-based distance learning system that allows companies and organizations to leverage their existing classroom content into a broader reach and increased revenues. Did you know that the rate of growth of distance learning is 10 times that of classroom education? And 66% of chief academic officers think distance learning is critical to their long-term strategy. Right now, 33% of higher education students are taking at least one online class. Companies and organizations not offering a distance alternative to in-class instruction risk being left behind. Video-based distance learning has three basic components: classroom capture, post-production, and content distribution. Easy Distance Learning is a comprehensive and modular system that covers all three components that can help your organization with what you are missing in offering a quality and convenient online learning experience. You choose the parts you need help with. Easy Distance Learning offers another revenue stream, a broader reach of your existing content, and a professional presentation with a great learner experience. Contact us today for a free estimate and see how Easy Distance Learning can take your company or organization to the next level.